Hello everybody, Darren here, and welcome back to episode 29 in my second Let's Play series for Anno 1800. In the last episode, we did very little building, but instead we chased a bunch of quests for different items and tidied up the aesthetics of a few different places. But today, we're going to get back on the horse, as it were, get back to production and start satisfying all the demands of our residents. So, I actually don't really have a plan for this episode. Normally when I'm going to go through different residents and different tiers and check what we need, I kind of look at the statistics screen and kind of map it out beforehand. I've decided just to kind of almost wing it and do it just straight up in this episode because there's a lot to do, basically, and I think it would just take a very, very, very long time for me in between episodes. So I'm just going to kind of chill out, relax a little bit, take my time with it, and just slowly go through all of the tiers of residents we have and just make sure everyone's got what they want. And then once we're done with that, hopefully, then we'll go to Cape Trelawney and start building up Crown Farms. Sorry. Oh, the expedition returned. Wow, that was good timing. So just for those who don't know, in between episodes, maybe about 15 minutes have passed in-game, so some time has passed. Treasures of Sal Amidos. Now, we picked that up on the way down to Land of Lions before. We do not have, however, the Temple of Nafir Diorama, so the gods of the Delta, and then we have part of the Aegean cultures, the Temple of Anisidoni, or something. Remarkably well-preserved monument to the Aegean Golden Age that smacks of dolphins and fish. So, I think I've got that, I don't think I have that. So it's kind of nice to get something, but after all of that, it's a little disappointing not to get what I'm bloody goddamn looking for. It's not that big of a deal, though. But I am looking for, let's have a look. If we just remove, let's say, the Olympian Temple here. Hop over here. We're looking for Atlantean things. So we do have this now. Temple of Nafir Diorama. So that's out of the Gods of the Delta pack. Or collection, I guess you could say. The Whore statue. The Temple of Anesiadoni we already have in place. So that was the other one. So what we'd be looking for, a horse statue and a statue of Anubis. Now we might actually have that. Thinking about it, let's have a look. Anubis. There it is. And the horse statue. Oh yeah, we do. Look at that. Boom. Gods of the Delta. So we have attractiveness 30, influence 10. Huh. Whoa. Our attractiveness just went up by absolutely loads. It's not per town hall, is it? Oh my god, it is. We had 171. Wow. Okay, that's actually pretty good then. Maybe we will keep this online. Or at least make another museum for Gods of the Delta somewhere. Like, I just wanted Atlantean because they are all legendary. I don't even know what it does. And we've got 6 slots within the palace. So we could either break it into 2 different groups of 3, or have this 6 and have that somewhere else. But yeah, so basically, so affects town halls and trade unions. Attractiveness 30 and influence 10. For each one. And remember, we have 9. Actually, we have 10 of them now. So that's 100 influence. Wow, 100 influence. And 300... how many... No way. That seems crazy, doesn't it? It just seems really high to me. So we're getting 30 attractiveness for each town hall. Wow, I'm just a little bit taken aback by that. I think that's pretty strong. From its voyage. Now we put down an extra one here just to test out something in the palace modules. Let me just turn off that Gilded Act. Although, actually, you know what? Maybe we should keep the Guild Hall Act on. What do we have? We have Guild Hall Act for 200 attractiveness from town halls, or 1 item slot for town halls, so you could squeeze more out of them. I feel like a lot of people would probably work towards that, wouldn't they? 1 extra item slot for the town halls that you have. And then you could squeeze even more out of people. So yeah, let's think about it. Like, if we get 1 extra slot for town halls, let's just do that temporarily. And our town halls here, we used to have the attraction value. Yeah, she's there. But then we also used to have the guy that gives us more out of them. The fashion designer, 15% residence, bonus residence. This guy now, max residence, chance of fire. Well, excluding scholars, that one. But it's kind of interesting. It's like, oh, we can get the attraction and the extra... amount of people. Oh, interestingly, when this is pushed all the way over here, one of the houses is actually out of that zone now. But that's fine, I suppose. It's because of that park or garden thing that we put down in between. So yeah, I don't know. It's just kind of interesting that we can get attraction at the Wizen, Bess, and Homesteader here, the 4th one. So that'll buff us up. So how much does she give us? So we go from 5513 to 5603. I'm after already forgetting. Oh, so it's only 100. Because it's 5 per household. And she's already active over here. So I was trying to think, like, you know, if we popped in people like that, you might actually get near to the attraction value we're trading out anyway. Maybe. But it doesn't seem like it. I don't know. I guess I'm torn. I'm torn about what we could do with that. Affects universities, gives you 15 attractiveness. See, that stuff's not that much, but the scaling ones that are like modifiers, they're pretty huge. But it does mean that we can squeeze a lot more out of the populations around the investors, for instance. So this town hall, oh, so this one must not be in reach of the palace. And this one is. That's why my math wasn't adding up, because I was thinking we've got 10 of them, but it wasn't adding up times 10. It was adding up times 9. Yeah, we've 10 on the island, but we're only actually reaching 9 town halls. That makes a lot more sense. That's why oh man, we're not even reaching 9, we're only reaching 8. Yeah, it always makes more sense. That's because, yeah, I was just confused there at the beginning, because when I was looking at those numbers, and I was like, well, surely that means, like, you know, a certain amount of attraction, a certain amount of influence that we weren't, it wasn't quite right. But now it makes sense. Well, I say that, but let's have a look. Yes. Oh no, the zoo gives it to you whether you're connected or not. I'm a silly Billy. Yeah. Sorry, I'm just so confused. I get it now. I get it. So the zoo's obviously got nothing to do with the palace. I'm just combining things. But yeah, I'm talking about... Yeah, I guess I just got confused. Anyways, let's move on. So basically, the palace doesn't reach these 2 town halls. The zoo is just an island-wide thing that we're after getting. So sorry about that. I just got completely brain fart, as they say, right? It's not even the zoo. God, I'm losing my mind. It's the museum. Right. Gods of the Delta, attractiveness 30, influence 10 for every town hall and trade union that you have on the island. Forget about the palace. I'm talking to myself. We have 1 trade union, which is why the 10 plus 1 made it so that we were making more than 100 influence. That's what was confusing me. The influence went up from 61 to 171. I was like, why? That's not 100. And I was thinking, well, we've 10 town halls. Then I got confused looking at the palace, thinking, oh yeah, one of them is not out of reach. Then when the other one wasn't out of reach, I freaked out. At least it all makes sense. So sorry about that. Bit of a weird start to the episode there, but at least I understand what's going on. But yeah, I guess ultimately I need to decide, am I going to go with that? 1 additional sockets, or do I take, quote unquote, the easy way out and just get the attractiveness? We can't even get that now. You have to run a World's Fair, and then when I get it, we can keep it and we won't ever lose it because it'll keep the attraction high. It's kind of interesting though. You know, I'd like the idea more of keeping the reduced needs for all foods, but maybe it's just, maybe I should just suck it up and try to, you know, raise our production. We've got plenty of workforce, so raise our production to meet that demand as it stands. Okay, anyway, so yeah, so I think I'll stick with the 1 extra slot for town halls. I think that's the right thing to do. Sorry for taking so long. But anyway, then the next one is the influence per module. So our zoo is giving us 10 influence back for every module. Every module costs 10. So it basically means that it doesn't cost anything. And it gives us 100 free, because the first 10 are usually free. So that's nice. That's definitely nice. Completed cultural set. What we do there? Boom, we went up to 7103, so we can go back here, turn this one up. Now we're up to 8613. Well, you know, we can get to that 9,000 pretty easily from there. Oh man, decisions. I don't know. I almost wish I was live streaming so I could read the chat now and see what people think, you know? See what people think. This was suggested in the comments before. So what happened to the items I threw in there? Did they just get kicked out? I guess so. Anyway, sorry, let's just queue up some other things and do something else while I'm thinking about that. I have to make a decision, because ultimately, whatever I decide to do to base our economy around, we go into negative influence when we do that. Whatever I decide to build our economy around, you know, that's kind of what's going to be set for a while. 1 item slot for trade unions. We have 1 trade union here somewhere on the island, apparently, so we could do that. Oh no, I have extra goods from farms because we do have... Yeah, we actually have vineyards here. Oh yeah, and that's where the trade union is, actually, thinking about it. That makes sense. Anyway, bombins run out. Forget that.
It took minimal revision.
Are you a genius? Alright. Oh, by the way, here's the thing. I didn't even look at it. Oh, that actually looks awesome. Oh, so it's like Egyptian gods of the Delta. It makes sense, yeah. Cool. Cool. Looks good. It's got the statues either side of it as well. And then we have the statue of Anubis. And the other one is just in here, is it? Nope, that's the Neanderthal skeleton. Temple. Oh, there it is. Sorry, I couldn't see it for a second. The Hor statue. One of the most important Deltan deities, the falcon god of the sky, from whom all great leaders were born. So pretty cool. Alright, nice. So yeah, sorry for a weird start to the episode. Normally if I was like so confused, I would almost just restart. But I don't want, you know, we'd be re-rolling the items we get, so I'm not going to do that. I want to get that item. It's cool. Right, so we could send this off on another expedition. I guess it's time to do that. We should also maybe get rid of some of these things. We got 2 temples. We could bring them with us, I guess, actually, if you wanted to as well. So we had the hypnosis, we had crafting, and yeah, so I'd like to get the trait that someone has the diver. So let's have a look at what expeditions are available for us. Let's go archaeological again. Actually, let's go zoological this time. Let's do something different. Zoological. Right, assign a ship. We're going to assign the Terror. It's got everything it needs. Rations, hunting, navigation, and force. So force is going to be 55 with good old Sir Charles Rafferty. Medicine and crafting, so that's pretty good to have. People were saying, you know, why don't you double up the rations with, what was it, champagne and soap? Because that apparently doubles things up. Oh, I kind of broke the layout there for a sec. Huh, interesting little mini bug there. So this gives, yeah, I thought they said champagne. It just says diplomacy though. Oh, but it counts as rations. That's what people are saying. Yeah. Whereas that doesn't. So there you go. Yeah, that makes a lot more sense. So yeah, you could do that. And then we could see if we take someone who has the trait diver, maybe. No trait for anyone with the character trait diver? At least maybe not here, I guess. No, I guess not. Alright, let's see what other maybe character items we have just really quickly. If they have any unique traits for unique answers to these quests. Not that I'm seeing. Anthropologist. Yeah, I think I said I'd bring him before, but I actually didn't. So let's just do that. Hunting is something that we need, and I don't really have much. I've got only 20. And I think people said fur is a good source of hunting. Fur coats. So we could do that just to double up on the hunting. 20 hunting, 20. Because I don't think I've got any other items for it. Oh, I do now. I've got a long-range bottom trawl. Okay, we'll take that instead. 35. There we go. Yeah, so let's just roll with that. I mean, do you get more than 2 items typically in an expedition? I don't think so. The items that you get delivered straight back to your thing, so let's just go with that and see how we do. We're only giving them champagne as a source of ration, so hopefully that'll be alright. Okay, anyways, the next thing then is just really quickly, I've activated a few more map quests, but I'll try not to spend too long on it. Let's just see if we can detect anything. Right, we've detected one over here somewhere. Just head off in this range, see if we get a bit closer to it, and then come back to it later. Right, so let's start properly now. Hey everybody, it's Darren here. 161 influence, that's what we're rocking, so feeling pretty good about that. It gives us a lot more room for town halls in the lot and trade unions. So down here, I want to kind of correct and figure out what we need. So I'm just going to go ahead and do it, put down an extra goldsmith. There's a trail of people going into work today. We've actually got room for another one. Screw it. Let's just activate the gold. I've left the room for it on purpose for that reason, so it kind of makes sense.
Let me know when you've done the...
I actually meant to not say yes to that. An escort quest. Alright, I'll get to that in a moment. Anyways, so that's all the way out here.
Set sail. We pirates may
Okay,
not...
cool. Anyways, let's just check. Am I behind on anything else? No. Okay. So I've got a bunch of map quests, all for the Arctic, going on at the moment. I think actually one of them is in the old world by mistake. And everything else is fine. Okay, cool. So now all we have to do is just start checking against everything that we produce. Oh yeah, they need their own little exit. Alright, the expedition is off. Cool. Alright, so there... That's 2 extra goldsmiths. That's going to have a huge demand back on the... And is that covered? It is actually covered. That's going to have a huge demand back on the coal and gold. So we'll have to start thinking about, like, okay, can we sustain that, and how do we sustain that, and what can we do to help? So I'll get on top of that now in a moment. The last thing to do is run a World's Fair event. So at least we're cooking those things in the background while we're figuring things out and statistics and stuff like that. So again, archaeology and ethnography. Man, the amount of tortillas they consume with these things. Got plenty of everything else though, even rum. But yeah, just more tortillas. So we'll just send a little ship off to one of the ships to the New World, pick up some tortillas, and then come back. Let's just drop all these guys off. And then if we open this up and we look in trade union items, we'll just take anything that's for trade unions. And we'll bring it back down to our production island. Now I've noticed there are ships still queuing out here. But that's just because not all ships I've put on that new, or I've given them the extra waypoint thing. Now some ships that I've given the waypoint thing, where I've told them to go here first and then decide where to go, they still decide to queue up there. And I had a good look around in between episodes. I actually deleted all this and I was like, can I fit, like, you know, the harbor inn still here somewhere? And I can't. What I'd have to do, I think, to barely be able to do it, is move the entire thing, like, somewhere around here. That would give me, that's about, yeah, so about 2 tiles to the left. It could just about fit there if I moved all the stuff around with it, but I don't want to do that, you know? It's taken me so long to build this thing, and I'd have to basically destroy everything in and around it, put all the ornaments and everything back. I'm happy with how it looks. It is annoying, though. It's such a shame that I can't literally just pause this, you know? Just pause this trading post, tell no one to ever come to it. It's not that bad, though, but it's just, I did notice there was like 4 ships waiting, and I was like, ugh, that's a pain in the ass. But anyway. Oh yeah, that's the other thing that's crazy as well that I just remembered. We have this item here, the Human Incarnate, which reduces workforce by 50%. One of the policies that gives it negative 50% workforce actually makes it so that these buildings don't require anybody. All of them. Look at it. Nobody is operating these buildings. I think that's just crazy. Now, I'm not going to run with that. I was thinking about it before. I'm going to stick with the productivity. I think that might be better. Or we could go with the extra trade union slot, you know? And sacrifice that 50% productivity, but try to slam in better and more better items. So we could try that. Additional sockets. So this place could then just, like, yeah, ramp up production specifically for whatever it's dealing with. So there is always that. But I don't know, it seems pretty good to me to just get something that just gives you 50%. Like, I think that's better, personally. I know that there's items that can replace inputs and stuff, so I think I've made my choice. Sorry that I'm so indecisive today, I don't know why it is, but yeah, I'm going to stick with the 50% for that. I think I'm happy with that. Because basically, the reason I'm being indecisive is I don't want to make a choice and then everyone tell me, like, no, you got to do it this way, and then I have to, like, feel like I have to redesign the whole thing. But I think this is the right move. Alright, anyways. Enough second guessing. Where is the pirate ship? Where is my pirate ship?
Your ship has returned from its voyage.
It's pretty close. So I just want that to drop the items here, then I'll begin the escort quest. Alright. So we've added on those extra things. The only thing that's wrong with the Docklands right now is we're just slightly running out of gold, which is why I've slammed down a few extra gold production buildings. Now we've got plenty of coal, plenty of ore for now, for the next 20 odd minutes. So they should be fine for a little while. And then let's just go to the New World and load up that ship, if it's ready yet. As tempting as it is to get that quest, I will not. Okay. Alright, that should pretty much be it. Okay, let's begin. I keep saying that, but let's begin properly now. So, we're going to start looking at what all of our tiers of population need here. And we're just going to start from the ground up. So, it's going to be a complete crash course on everything we're consuming. So, swords is all I really care about. The other islands are fine. People have asked me, am I going to go to the other islands to build them up? I don't know. I will for Crown Falls to an extent, but the other ones I'm not too sure about. You know, they're just proxy islands that keep industry flowing, but I don't know if I'm going to go through absolutely everything. But maybe, but I don't know for sure. But all I care about really right now is swords, the production island of Lusk, Crown Falls, and I like a couple of the islands, Marbella and Porto Banús in the New World. I've put a lot of time to making them look nice. I've already made Tabarim look nice. So those are, you know, it's at least one island in each session that I'm trying to make look really good. Anyways, so 9 fish is being consumed here. So what I'm going to have to do, and let's just pop it on the day and leave it at daytime, is check just everything. I'm going to do this with every route, but just check. Are we moving fish? Where's it going? Now, I typed fish and this came up. Why did that happen? Oh, because the ship is called Cuttlefish. Okay, so that means that we're not moving fish off this island. All that matters is what's arriving here. So we need 9 tons. And in our Docklands, we're getting 200. So let me just open my calculator. That's going to be 200. Or actually, no, sorry. I have to go. The consumption rate is 9 times 25, which is 225. So we're going to need a little bit more. I don't know why we haven't been running out, though. That's a bit strange, isn't it? You think that fish would be running out based on those numbers. Oh, is it because we turned off... I'm so stupid. I actually cannot remember it. I've turned off that consumption rate thing, haven't I? Yes, so I've turned off that 30% reduction. So yeah, we do have to go through everything because of that. It's a big deal. So yeah, it's good that I checked it. So 225 is what we're going to need. It's going to put demands on our soap and everything, but we'll figure it all out. Okay, so that's the first one. Next one down is schnapps. So schnapps, we're going to have to check then. Are we shipping it around? We are, of course, sending it to the Arctic, and it's coming from here. Yeah, it's being loaded. King William. Swords is unloading that. Oh, surprisingly not, actually. So it must be this one. Yes, the supply into the Arctic. So Swords picks up schnapps and sends it up north. So to check on that, and then what happens then? That goes then to
It's a joke, you see. Hey?
Hopefell.
There's a wombat slow and...
Stop. So what we have to look at is basically schnapps for Swords.
Have agreed a peace deal.
And then we also have to check Hopefell and King William, because they're going to be consuming schnapps. So the consumption is 16. And then we're going to have to go with our calculator, 16 times 25. Because 25 minutes is how long it takes him to arrive. So 16 times 25 is 400. So that's unchanged, which is kind of odd, actually, because considering we reduced the consumption rates. Obviously, we didn't reduce the consumption rates in the Arctic, but we did here. I'm just going to buff it a little bit. Light bulb factory caught fire, okay. Okay, close. Work clothes are the next one. So we're just going to do the entire bottom tier, then we'll have a look around again. So I won't just spend the entire episode doing this bit, but we'll take little mini breaks every now and then. So work clothes. So work clothes, we do have a route. It's going from Rush. Oh, actually, so the clothes are being produced in Rush and being delivered to Swords, and then also going to Scaries. As is actually schnapps on that route. Oh, that's wrong then. So we need to check on... Oh, goddamn. So for the schnapps thing, I have to double check that because it looks like we're dropping it off on Rush as well. Now, it doesn't really get... After we get past the kind of area, the farmer and worker tier, it gets a lot easier to check these things because I'm not actually shipping stuff around as much. But I can see why people would get overwhelmed. If you're shipping stuff around in a really complex manner, this would be a nightmare to chase forever. But yeah, anyway, people say, like, why don't you select all islands? Because things like fish are produced locally on their own islands. And while, yes, they are also then, like, against the productivity... actually, I think I just out-logicked myself on that one. Maybe all islands does make sense then. Because that would... Well, I don't know. I don't trust it. I just don't trust it. How about that? Oh my god, I'm in a weird mood today. Alright, Swords, Rush, Schnapps. And then, what was it? To Hopefell and to King William. There we go. So, I guess... Yeah, 20 is actually the number that we're looking for. Okay, 20. So 20 times 25. It's 500. And that's what the schnapps would have to be in order to keep everyone relatively happy. Now, there's a little bit of trade delay factored into that. So let's go to 520 maybe. Let's go 510. Okay, so that's basically the farmer tier done, I think. Work clothes, we know that goes to Rush and Swords. Yeah, that's where they produce it all. So the only amounts they don't produce... No, so we're fine. So that's produced in that other island. We don't have to worry about work clothes. It's fine. We don't bring it in on Docklands, so there's nothing else there. So then the next thing would be Sausages. So sausages, it's going to get much easier now. We can just check against where we produce it. Sausages are produced in Lusk. I can remember that, so that's fine. Then we have bread. Bread is brought in through Docklands. The consumption rate is 6. So we have 125.
Your ship has returned from its voyage.
So 6 times 25 is 150. And that's how much we'll need to keep these people happy. Okay, so that's bread. Soap. Let's try to do everything for the worker tier. So soap is the next one. Soap is obviously made on Lusk. Totally overproduced, and it should be totally fine. It also goes to Rush, I believe, but yeah, it's all good. Actually, no, it doesn't. It doesn't, actually. We just trade it in Docklands. That's fine. Beer. Beer is made... Actually, beer is brought in exchange for champagne. So 5 there, but it's also then sent to the New World. Beer is a bit of a more complicated one. So it goes to the New World along with some other stuff. So... Yeah, where specifically does it go? It goes to Porta Benus. And then we sell any excess. Okay. So it's just 2 islands to check. So beer and Porta Benus. I'm surprised we don't bring it to Marbella. But okay. Maybe we do. No, we don't. It would tell me if we did. 7 is the production rate. So 7 times 25. 175. So 175 has to be out here. And we're bringing in 200. Seems odd. Wonder did I mess that one up? I'm just going to double check it just while we're here. So definitely is just 5 here. So yeah. Let me check for a second Marbella. And why
You
did
are
they...
a true revolutionary.
I never gave them beer. I think they've had festivals where they've had it. What's the beer situation then here? Super full. Yeah, super full. Okay, then instead of selling the excess
Into the unknown.
at Jean La Fortune, well, we could do that still, but we'll still try and drop everything off here first. I doubt that's ever going to be full up, but so yeah, maybe we don't need to do that, to be honest. We're buying things from them with gold. I was worried about, you know, keeping them happy all the time, but we're still buying from them with the gold, so that's fine. I'll check that in a moment. Okay, so yeah, so we've just added another island, so we're going to ramp up that beer production even more. So statistics again, we're just going to toggle on. Toggle on Porta Benus, Marbella, and swords. So yeah, 8. That's it, right? I mean, I keep second guessing myself. I just feel like it should be more. But no, that should be it. All right, 8 times 25, and then we'll import that, whatever that amount is. 8 times 25. 200. That's 200. We already have 200. Maybe we'll just stick it on 210 to factor in just like a little bit of the delay from over time, the routes reaching their destinations. Okay, so what's left for the worker tier? That's everything on the happiness tier, and that's everything. So we just did farmers and workers. So I tried to do that as quick as possible. Hopefully I didn't make any mistakes, and hopefully it wasn't too boring. I mean, I find it interesting, I guess. Now, the problem we're going to run into in the future is obviously going to be the...
Ready the ropes.
Can we keep up with all these Docklands things, you know? I gotta say, like, normally when I made, and you can tell from the old parts of the series, like, when I put down a building chain or something, I really never had to come back to it. But now with Docklands, because everything's fluctuating all the time, I'm always back and forth on that. Because as soon as you, with Docklands, as soon as you add something, then you have to adjust your amounts, and then it has such a knock-on effect, so you can see how it gets more complicated in some ways.
I don't have all I need for my canvas.
To check against that in future, but that's fine for now. So, let's have a look at our expedition, shall we?
Horrors.
The Visitation. An undesirable visitor haunts the ship. Actually, sorry, before this...
Drops are spinning.
Yeah, just making sure that's okay.
Slowly, but slowly.
Right, the Visitation. An undesirable visitor haunts the ship. Fleeting silhouettes, knocking and screeching sounds. Each morning, the ship appears in utter disarray. At night, a night fiend gulps the hardiest of old crewmen as he sweeps debris from the deck. As night draws in again, you realize something must be done. Find the culprit. We have a cheetah on board and a trawl fish thing. Perform an exorcism. We don't have the qualifications to do that. Let's hunt it with the cheetah. Your sharp-nosed hunters pick up the scent. Pungent droppings demarcate a perimeter, in the center of which is a crate with a hole. A sailor reaches his arm bravely in. There's a brief struggle and a whine like the ones at night before the troublemaker is pulled out. It's a common garden fox. The cunning little creature becomes the crew's talisman for the remainder of the expedition. Oh, I'm surprised it didn't give it to me. This actually is a fox animal in the game. Alright, cool. Foxes make absolutely horrifying noises. If you didn't already know. Right, so what else am I forgetting to do? Oh yeah, the dives, of course. Alright, picked up the scent.
Begin the turn.
Some of our ships are still up here.
They may strike when we least expect.
Alright, we've begun the escort.
Hold the crane.
So, I wonder which one this is. Ghost Ship, Lost Temple, Seal Feeding Ground, Arctic Basin. Arctic Basin is the one I'm looking for. I'm looking to still get that Black Swallower, the elusive Black Swallower.
The crew come round to you.
Not today. Not today. Confused about where we have to go next. Somewhere here. Alright, we'll come back to it. Anything in the Cape?
More than ready.
We'll get another one. We have a Arctic Basin quest. Let's activate that one. Got this one. We can activate that. Who are you? Increased chance of finding machines? That's fine. Alright, let's just activate that.
Time to rummage in the old sea chest.
Activate that.
It's sextant time.
Oh, by the way, I spent 10 million rolling for black flags, and I got them all. In case you noticed that my money is way lower. That was in between episodes. Definitely worth it. Ooh, Kraken's Pit. Looking for that one as well, actually. So that's in Cape Trelawney. Yes. So again, the Kraken's Pit is also home to the possibility of finding the Black Swallower, so just get that as well. Alright, let's activate this one. We'll just sail back up here. So these are all the items I got if they decide to load. So I think this is, yeah, I was going to say torpedoes, gyroscopic torpedoes. Every ship has a black flag now, all my pirate ships. I just spam rolled. It turns out there's a limit to the cost increase that traders go up to. And Aaron Harlow was, every roll was costing me $500,000 by the end. And it didn't go up any higher than that. So it was kind of interesting, I thought. Didn't know there was a limit. Eventually we're going to build a Docklands here, by the way, as well. Can't wait for that. Because the fun thing about that is going to be, like, that's a massive production island. So I'm really hoping to create some specialty goods. I imagine these three, at least these two will stay the same. Soap I might move up a level again. Maybe. But then on Crown Farms, all the bottom tier is going to be all Crown Farms items. At least in the end. That's what I'm hoping for. Okay, let's just go to the Arctic again real quick. Let's see what we're at. I picked up the signal. It can't be too far from here. There it is. Back of Nate's glacier thing. Alright, so let's start working on the artisan tier. It's got to be done.
Altitude stable.
And how's this? This thing is running now again. Attractiveness 7913. Just to be familiar again with our modules here. Does it show me which one I've actually activated? Maybe it does. I'm just too blind to figure it out right now. But the interesting thing here is, yeah, I need the influence one on. Actually, how much influence would we lose if I swapped it? Negative 69. Okay. It's a lot of zoo modules, basically. You can also change it so that 250 attractiveness per complete cultural set. Boom. Boot. Hey, we did it. New prestige level. We just hit the so prestige for the first time. Feels a little cheaty though, because I obviously cannot sustain it technically. But there you go. And I don't know what happens. What happens every time you do it? Oh my god. It boosts all department effects. Takes you back to my Call of Duty days. So it says oh wow. Anne Kenyatta, special needs teacher. Equipped in town hall, affects schools, increases range and attractiveness.
Should have praised it from your cold day.
It says it boosts like what things do, but it still says like we get 200 attractiveness, for instance, so it doesn't feel like I'm getting a boost from that. Oh, maybe it boosts the individual departments. Oh yeah, that's probably it, right? Oh, I can find out. So that says 60, 24, 12, just as a something to remember. 60, 24, 12. 50, yeah, so it boosts the actual, okay.
Ordinary breakthrough in the
10 area of influence for all public buildings. Productivity for production buildings. So our productivity will increase if we hit that 9,000. All right. Oh, that's just throw all the numbers out of whack again, won't it? But that's cool. It's cool to know. Oh, speaking of, we're the scholar guy. We now are able to do the old world coffee production, and the last one to do, the very last building that I've never seen in the game, is the old world cotton production. So let's just have a look. So we put the rum one there just to check it and have a look at it. Here's the coffee one.
Did you forget to flick the switch?
150 engineers.
It breaks.
So this turns wheat into barley, or malt, I guess, and then that just becomes coffee, just straight up from malt. Wow, okay. Some wizardry going on there. No coffee beans needed. I'm surprised it didn't actually like require you just to bring back the beans, but I guess it just entirely keeps it old world. Interesting. But that's actually kind of cool for this place, considering we got so much wheat and Crown Farms. So it makes a lot of sense that we could use that. This one less so, you know, it's coal dependent, but the potato farm for sure. And then this one is going to be lumberjack huts and sheep farms. I feel like all the lumber will just bring in through Docklands, because lumber just takes up too much space, in my opinion anyway. But sheep farms, yeah. Cool. What's next? So we're already researching the next thing. We want to spend a bunch of points in fields of research and then get back to the artisans. So I'm just going to get every last bit we can here of civil experts.
You can't keep it a secret from me. The consummate professional.
We have Pope Lucius I, the Rejuvenator. And Caldi, Infuser of Tea. They're all legendary now because we're getting to the end. Amadi Ilga, Katima's chief civil engineer. We think we have him already. Aristelia Patiel, or whatever. The novelty store. Affects residents, provides needs with... everyone's provided with champagne. God damn. That's pretty good. Jakub Sokov, the charitable banker. Max residence 10%, income per house 2. Old and New World, no scholars. Effects, bonuses from markets, bread, sewing machines, university glasses, light bulbs, champagne, steam carriages, and chocolate. I feel like we read him in the last episode. Alright, cool. We are basically only like 5 or so rolls away from finishing that side of things.
New orders.
Getting a bit worried now. We've only got 14 minutes for some of these.
Yar booty.
Damn, we got a balloon fish. Map of the Arctic Basin. Let me just check it real quick. Oh, so yeah, it's this island over here. Nice. Right next to it then.
Room coming over.
If we orientate our camera properly, and then we have a look. Yep, there it is.
On our way.
An explosion in one of your factories.
Oh yeah.
A fire broke
Oh my
out.
god, that's a devastating explosion. All the sugar refineries are offline. That's the only ruined building that we actually have though, so that's not so bad. Alright. I'll have to just remember and get back to that. Okay, so let's have a look at those artisans and see what's
Full
up
of
next.
gladness, I make my best work.
So the next thing is going to be canned food. Yeah. Canned food. So canned food is on 3 different routes right now. It's in the old world supply, comes in at Lusk through Docklands, I think. It also goes to the Arctic. So when it goes to the Arctic, it goes to King William. And then I believe it also goes to Hopefell. It's a glacier supply route. Yeah. So it's just King William Island, Hopefell, and then here. Is that it? So 7 tons per minute. So 7 times 25. Actually, I think it's times 23 because it's down here, isn't it? I think.
Admiral! Admiral!
Yeah, so 7 times 23 is what we're going to have to look up. 7 times 23. It's going to be 161, so devastating on our gold production. 161. Let's just buff it a little bit. Just give it a little bit extra for the time delay on things.
You're feeling resourceful.
I'm feeling good. Unusual debris floats amongst the waves. Mold-ridden planks of wood, strings of cloth, fragments of broken plaster, all tinted by the grey shade of time. Filled with childish excitation, the crew discusses the possibility of going underwater to uncover the debris' origin, improvise a diving bell, or ignore the beckoning junk. I wonder what would happen if you go on an expedition with the diving bell ship. And if that's possible. But sure, I mean, we might as well give it a go. 20% chance. Hey, it looks like we did it. The diving bell looks decent and feels solid. 2 men climb aboard and the bell plunges into the depths while a whole group of sailors pumps air into its ventilation tube. The bell descends until it's stopped by a surface of coral. Underneath the colorful shapes, the sailors notice a silver coin on their left and a gaping, perfectly circular hole on their right. Hope that it'll resist the dive and push the bell into the hole. Oof. Or pick up the coin and just resurface. I don't care about the coin. Go into the hole. Oh. The bell doesn't resist the fall, fuck. Instead of gliding along the sides of the hole, the bell tilts, letting the water in. The men call for help, and the crew immediately tries to pull them up, fighting against what rocks snare the bell, doing their best to save their mates, and unable to react when the rope snaps into their hands. They are left to mourn their sea-buried companions. Holy shit. It's dark. That's so dark. People die on these things quite frequently.
Plain sailing.
Yeah, plain sailing, is it? They just drowned down there, man. What a way to go as well. Horrible. It's my choice. Shouldn't have pushed it. The guy didn't make it. I knew he didn't make a good diving bell. Oh well. Alright, so we just had a look at canned goods, wasn't it? Yes, so the next up is sewing machines, I believe. Sewing machines. So sewing machines goes to the New World, and it also goes... Yeah, that's pretty much it. So New World and our home island.
I love the fire service. They help me a lot.
Alright, sewing machines. So sewing machines are 11 tons per minute. 11 times 23. 253. Now, we don't use Docklands to create these. Alright. I thought we did. We have sewing machines over here. Yeah.
Exhibits under wraps. Show me the proceeds.
So let's see. Yeah, it looks like we're actually fine. We produce more sewing machines than we consume. So that's alright. That's good. Productivity is at 228%. Very specific. I don't know why, though. 228%. It just said that. I mean, it says that, but why is that the case? I've only got 3 of them on the island. And it says 200. So I don't know if I'm getting some magical buff somewhere. On island 3. Yeah, it's just the 3 on the island, it says. Maybe let me know. I don't know. It's not covered by any town halls. It only has that. Maintenance cost reductions, so... a bit confused. But anyway, either way, that's fine. We just got our thing done here. Sumptuous archaeological exhibition. 800 attraction value. Let's go. Come on, Dallas. We got an Atlantean, the Oracalicum statue, Drakkar carving, and Menhirs, Bronze Age. Not good enough. Not what I wanted. Still can't get my elusive temple bits. Probably gonna have to just source them in the Institute eventually. But at the same time, we can have a look, though, at... So we have the Gods of the Delta one active. I'm going to keep that active, so that's these last 3. But we could switch out these and just have a look. What else do we have that's maybe part of a set? So do we have heirlooms of the Gold Realm? It looks like we do. It looks like we do. I can't believe we actually just have that. So what do we get? Harbor activity 20%.
Atop our beautiful friendship cake.
Let's have a look at them really quickly. It's kind of nice to check on these things. So unfortunately, 2 of them are just these. Oh, even the... I guess it is a diorama. I was going to say even the temple. Wow, they all are. So they're not very, very pretty looking ones. They're just in the standard building, unfortunately. But if we wanted that buff, we could keep them. Sorry, wrong thing. So many different screens now. What am I trying to click? Oh, yeah, this. So yeah, so we have Heirlooms of the Gold Realm, Gods of the Delta. Well, it's good to know that I have that, but we'll just knock them out now. Let's check Icebound. We got that dead puppy thing. So we definitely have at least 1. Icebound, we've got 2. So we're missing the Frozen Woolly Mammoth. So we don't know what we get there. Let's check Battle of Trelawney. I know we don't have that. I'm just going to check the ones that are worth 3, you know. So Empire of the Eagle is next. We've got 2, it seems. So we have the Augustan Forum and the Sanctuary of Hellebore. So these are like Roman things. Empire of the Eagle. Makes sense. Imperial Eagle Mosaic. Now, I have a feeling that I have that in Cape Trelawney. Let me just search it. No, apparently not. Imperial Eagle Mosaic. Okay. Okay, New World Huaca. Let's check that one out. Nope. Origin of Mankind. Yeah, I think we've got some of this stuff. We've got 2. And then Skull and Bones. And that'll be it.
You got yourself an agreement.
Great. Just have the 1. The Treasure of Ben Sahid. Alright. Good to know, I guess. Yeah, let's just pop in the other benefit then. As long as we have a benefit, we might as well get it. Heirlooms of the gold thing. At least for now. The other one did look nicer and gave us more attraction, but just, I don't know. So every time passive trade happens at the trading post, there's a chance of gaining 5 tons of gold or jewelry. So that's not bad. Extra gold is always nice. Every time passive trade happens. And how often does that happen? And there's a chance. That's the question. What's the chance of getting 5 tons of gold or jewelry? That's the big $1 million question. Well, let's see. If I look at swords and I went to intermediate, does it say gold now? No, it doesn't. So we don't even get to see it. So I could look at storage, and passive trade is happening. I don't know. What's that? Every... I don't know. It's irregular, isn't it? It's not every set amount of time. But this looks like it's every 2 to 3 minutes for her. Even Gasparov has popped by every now and then for something that we're selling, I guess.
Shortage.
I mean, it seems like a kind of a decent amount of time. So let's have a look at how much gold do we have here now. 0. So, I don't know. By the end of the episode, if I remember, I'll set a timer. I'll just set a timer. And we'll check. After 12 minutes, we'll check what it's at. I'll give us a mini indication. Okay. So back we go.
I reckon I could make you cry like a wee bairn.
I bet you could. Alright, so production-wise, back to the old... Actually, no. We have to go to... Dive. 4 minutes to go. Let's see what we got.
I knew this crew wouldn't let you.
We got a walrus, part of the Polar Circle set. Huh. Which one has 4 minutes left? So this one is the Arctic as well. Oh, that's right where we are.
Carry her about.
Maybe it's just here. It's very lucky if that's the case. Oh, are you kidding me? Damn, I was so certain that's the same island. Oh no, it's definitely not actually, sorry. Shit, it's this one up here. Don't know if we're going to get there in time, to be honest. Map of the Lost Temple, this one's in the old world, so that's not going to happen. Yeah, there's 2 here. So that one's the one that's on 4 minutes. We might make it. Especially now that I've separated this guy, so maybe. And then the other one's right there. Okay. So 3 minutes 40. Can we get across the map and dive in 3 minutes and 40? Maybe. Just maybe. Let me throw this stuff overboard. Go, go, go. And then this other ship could just pick it up.
Untold perils await.
Okay. The haunted castle. Anyone home? Seeking refuge from a thunderstorm, your people dash for the tumble-down castle. A flash of lightning illuminates its stark towers, barred windows, and the solemn stone griffins either side of the gate. As the last of your party crosses the threshold, an iron portcullis drops and clangs shut behind them. Despite their best efforts, your men cannot seem to lift it. The castle and its courtyard appear empty, but there is a sense that someone, or something, has been expecting you. Cry out that you come in peace. Look for a way out. Try and force the gates. Come on, Sir Charles Rafferty. I didn't even want to do that. I don't know why I clicked that. I want to go further in there, not force the gate. But okay, success. Unable to resist the sailor's immense strength, the portcullis raises in just the fraction needed to get everyone underneath. It takes good teamwork on the far side to get the last stragglers under, and the crew emerge shelterless, but free of this nightmarish place. See, yeah, there might have been something cool in there. Oh well. Alright, we're getting closer. We've got 3 minutes to go. I think we will make it. It just all depends if I'll remember or not. Right, so next up on the list of consumer goods would be, we looked at sewing machines, it's going to be then rum. Rum should be fine. Rum is a New World resource that we just bring back here, isn't it? So let's just toggle on Port of Moose and Marbella. Yeah, so we produce enough, so rum is totally fine. Next up then after rum is fur coats, which we produce on Lusk. Yep. Oh my god, way more than we need. Are we taking it anywhere else? I guess I'll have a look. Fur coats. Maybe the Arctic, you'd think? Apparently not. Wow, why do we have so much then? Don't know why we overproduce so much, but we have fur dealers here. Where are they? There they are. 260%. Oh, I am selling some through Docklands, so that might be why we do extra. Okay. Well, let's go back to the Arctic to see where we're at. It's almost there now. If I don't just stay here and pay attention now, I'll mess it up. So let's just go get it. Alright. Got that bleeding blowfish thing again. Balloonfish. Just donate it immediately. Because you already have 2.
Success at sea is not easily won.
Nothing too crazy yet. Alright, let's just keep going. At least those are the... Well, I say there's... Yeah, there's a time-sensitive one. The other one's in the old world. I clicked it by mistake. Map of abandoned Inuit village. There it is. Okay. Back on our statistics run before we have to then adjust and see what we need. So we're already almost done with artisans. Yeah, we are actually. We're straight into engineers now. So engineers seem totally taken care of. 9 glasses. Wow, that seems like, why are we overproducing so much? Oh, we must move them somewhere. Multi-regional. Oh, they go to Embesa. That's where they go. Alright, yeah, so there's toggle on Tabarim then, toggle on swords, and toggle on Lusk.
May as well be sunk.
Production 5.9. Our production is slowing down though because the buildings must be running out of what they need. Maybe glass or something. They've actually completely stopped right now, which is not good. But yeah, demand is 5 and production is 9. So we definitely have more in place than we need. But yeah, it looks like we've run out of glass. Okay, well at least I know that I've got the buildings in place for it. In fact, we've got too many. Maybe we can sell some or something. So after that then, swords. Let's have a look. Penny farthings, which we can see here we produce too many of. I don't know if we ship this around. I don't think so. Penny farthings. Other than just to here. Yeah, it's just here. Okay. Flying through it now. Penny farthings, then it's pocket watches. Pocket watches, I believe we actually do bring in through Docklands. So we've toggled on swords and Lusk. Production is 0 right now. Production is slight because I guess now we get them through the item that gives us pocket watches every now and then. So we do every now and then get some, but other than that, not really. And consumption is 2. Don't think we use it anywhere else. Don't think we send pocket watches around the world. I know that Katima likes to buy them, but other than that, nope. So yeah, it's all about the Docklands consumption rate. And it just said 2, didn't it? So 2 times 23. What was that? New achievement. Flooding the market. What does that mean? I flooded the market. Export 50,000 goods of any one thing. Wow. I wonder what it was. It was gold. 50,000 gold. Wow, that's cool. Well, we're running out of it all the time. So yeah, 2 times 23, so that's 46. So export imports. That's, yeah, so I have that already done for both pocket watches and jewelry, so that's done. Almost done now. I know this has been a little bit arduous, but it's got to be done. And then once I know, like, all the set amounts in Docklands, then we just build the buildings to meet those demands. That's kind of how it's going to work. At least that's the best way I can think of doing it. So the next one then, after pocket watches, coffee. Coffee, so light bulbs and coffee. So let's just check coffee then. Coffee is going to be in the New World in Port Benus. Port Benus is where we make it. I think we send it to Marbella as well. We also send it to Hopefell and King William Island. So we're just producing more than we need. So we're actually okay, but it's tight. But we've actually got lots of room on that coffee producing island to make more. So it's not too bad. Okay, so the next one then is light bulbs. So light bulbs, do we make on Lusk? I think we do, yeah. And then they're just consumed here, so that's fine. There's actually way more than we need. Next down is champagne, way more than we need. In fact, we sell a lot. Cigars is totally fine. Chocolate though, chocolate, I'm gonna make a note of that because I can't do anything to fix that immediately, but I'm just gonna make a note. Chocolate needs increase. So in the New World, we'll have to have a look at what we can do there, or if we can get items or something to buff that. We already looked at jewelry, that's fine. Oh, this is interesting. Gramophones is twice in demand as we are producing, and that's probably because, do the scholars consume gramophones?
Fine flourishes of fancy, unfettered and free.
They do, once they reach 7,000. That's why suddenly it's in such demand. Okay. Yeah. So that might be all stuff now we start thinking about. I know this has been a kind of a long episode, but in the next one, I guess, now we're going to actually start meeting these demands properly. This is all about getting the Docklands ready. Now I know I can like start to work out in between episodes exactly how much we'll start to need for all this stuff. I'm just trying to think though. Docklands, okay. Let me just check one more thing. That's gramophones. Let's just turn on swords. Let's turn on Lusk and let's just check. Light bulbs, champagne, cigars, chocolate was the other one. That. Steam carriages is totally good. It's actually great, although I know for a fact that steam motors is a bit of an issue. And then it's going to be the Embessin goods. Yeah, so I think in the next episode, now knowing exactly what's needed of us, because of that 30, we were on 30% reduction for so long, now 30% increase to everything. I'm able to just check everything. It looks like we're largely fine. Docklands has been adjusted, but its source hasn't been adjusted, so that's going to have to change. And then we should be good to go. A grisly encounter, bear attack. The party ponder this very real possibility as threatening grunts stop them dead amongst the firs. 50 yards ahead, a huge specimen lurches up on 2 legs like a totem, standing between them and escape. And their escape. More grunting echoes nearby. The party stay silent, awaiting guidance. Hunt it. Attack the bear. Now let's try the hunt. Let's get our cheetah out there.
Wild things pursue us.
Trust in the expert hunters never feels misplaced, even when they recommend the party break into passionate song. For singing the shanty Cheerly Ayo brings the crew together, whilst also dispersing the wary bears deep into the forest. Weird. Maybe their singing was so bad they left. I thought we I thought the scholar said something like something was finished, no? Maybe I made a mistake. And then the World's Fair is done, isn't it? Oh, we haven't been running it. We could run it again. Did my alarm go off? No, it's almost about to though. Alright, so that's good. That's 30 short.
Of a virtuoso.
And they're all fine as well. Alright, let's go grab some tortillas again. Make our our normal run to the New World to grab some. Alright, I'm excited now for the next episode especially because now it's finally like, oh cool, oh, and there's a festival here, nice. Attractiveness has gone up. So that's been 12 minutes. We can check our gold supply and see has anything arrived. Literally nothing. Literally nothing. Harbor activity 20%. Every time passive trade happens, there's a chance of getting 5 tons of gold or jewelry. So we didn't get one. That never happened, basically, in 12 minutes. Despite the amount of passive trade we get. Arthur was here 4 minutes ago. Madagahino was here 4 minutes ago. So only twice. Oh, okay. In fairness, that means only 2 people have been here. So maybe not that much, actually. We should list more stuff to sell. I should have to do that. I shall do that. I'm just going to adjust. We're going to run into problems because of the way we've laid out Docklands now. But I'll have to go through and see exactly what we need everywhere. Let's just go to the Arctic. Let's get that last dive.
No captain could ask for more.
Already have that, actually. It's a shame. I don't know why we get those fake ones sometimes.
Success at sea is not easily won.
Alright, we'll just go back to the old world to drop off all this stuff. Our expedition returned already. Wow, that was quick. Let's see what we got. We got lion's mane jellyfish, an impala, which is part of Mayombo woodlands, and a cheetah, which is proud savanna. I don't think we needed any of that, unfortunately. I've got a big list of all the animals we need for different sets. Mayombo woodlands, we need an elephant and a black rhino. God damn it. Oh well, as we do them, I'm guessing we get more like level 3 expeditions, because I haven't really done many, so hopefully we'll start getting better, more interesting stuff.
Fabled lands exist after all.
Yeah, now a new one just popped up, so that could be it. Or it could be why. Cool, let's just drop them off. Leave them on the ship for now, I guess, and see what we need. Man, very little building been going on in my last few episodes. Apologies for that. But at this stage, I feel like it just takes a lot to figure everything out that you're going to need. Now, we've got pretty good workforce, so now it's all going to be about determining how much gold can we afford and how do we keep all these the same, all these rates the same on the right side. Those are the already adjusted values. And then, yeah, basically just focus on this island. And then once we're done, boom, over to Cape Trelawney it'll be. And we're going to start building this place up for a while. Alright, I guess that's going to be it for this episode. Thank you guys very much for watching. Hopefully the big payoff to this one and yesterday's, or 2 days ago's episode, is going to be in the next one. So, where we actually start to build our way out of this mini fluctuation deficit that we're in for our population. If we just toggle on all islands now, we can see those scholars are falling a bit. And then we're going to have to start adding on the happiness needs for them as well. So we're going to be in Mbesa, I think, for a little bit too. Alright, that is going to be it. Thank you very much for all the support, as always. And thank you very much for watching. I'll see you in the next one. Hey guys, thank you very much for watching, and remember, if you want to support this series directly, you can click the join button to become a channel member. Doing so will get your name in the credits, as well as loyalty badges and emotes to use in the comments. If you don't see the join button, it means the video has been copyright claimed, but you can still join from the channel page on desktop. You can also link your account to our Discord to get a special role on there that will give you access to the Senate House and a few other perks.